The night was thick with fog, wrapping around the small, quiet neighborhood like a shroud. 12-year-old Max and his best friend Leo had planned a sleepover filled with games and laughter. But as the clock struck midnight, the atmosphere shifted. The shadows in the room grew longer, and a chill crept in through the cracked window. "Let's check out that old house down the street," Leo suggested, his eyes gleaming with mischief. Max hesitated, glancing at the flickering candlelight casting eerie shapes on the walls. "What if we get caught?" he whispered. But Leo was already pulling on his jacket, excitement bubbling within him. They slipped out of the house, the cool air biting at their skin. The old house loomed ahead, its windows dark and vacant, a relic of stories long forgotten. As they approached, a strange noise echoed from the stairwell, a low, guttural groan that sent shivers down Max's spine. "Did you hear that?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Leo nodded, eyes wide. "Let's go inside." With a deep breath, they entered the house, the door creaking ominously behind them. The air was stale, filled with the scent of mildew. They crept through the dimly lit hallway, the floorboards creaking under their weight. Suddenly, a shadow darted across the wall and they froze. "Did you see that?" Max's heart raced. Leo nodded, but before they could turn back, the sound of shuffling feet echoed from the staircase. They looked up, and there it was, a figure, pale and disheveled, its eyes sunken and empty. A zombie, straight out of their worst nightmares. "Run!" Leo yelled, and they bolted for the front door, adrenaline surging through their veins. They dashed outside, the fog swirling around them like a living entity. But as they reached the street, dread seized them. "Where do we go?" Max gasped, scanning the darkened houses. "To the neighbors!" Leo shouted, pointing to the light spilling from a nearby window. They sprinted toward it, hearts pounding. But as they reached the door, they found it locked tight. "Knock!" Leo urged. But before they could raise their fists, the shuffling grew louder behind them. The boys turned, terror gripping them as the zombie staggered into view, its mouth twisted in a grotesque snarl. "Help!" Max screamed, pounding on the door, but no one answered. Just as despair threatened to swallow them, a light flicked on in the window, and the door swung open. A woman stood there, her expression shifting from confusion to horror. "Get inside," she shouted, pulling them in just as the zombie lunged. The door slammed shut, sealing the nightmare outside. Breathing heavily, Max and Leo exchanged terrified glances, knowing they would never forget the scariest night of their lives.